Hey everybody, it's Erin from Erin Makes, and we're going to do another card for my Card Making Wednesday. Today is an accordion fun fold card that's got a super little hidden pocket in the back that you can either put money or a gift card. Perfect for a birthday, teacher end of year gift, mid-year teacher gift, whatever you like, and it's all using Dare to Be Artsy products. All right, let's get started. So just take a look at this super cute card. So at first glance, this card looks totally normal. There is no difference. There is nothing that is kind of out of the ordinary. It looks like a normal card. But then as you open it up, ta-da, there is the accordion. So this is a great way to use all those little fun bits and pieces of papers and all those other fun things that you guys have in your stash, or using these wonderful papers from Dare to Be Artsy. So we are using the ice cream social papers, and in the back, look at this super cute little pocket that you can put like cash, so great for a birthday card or a little gift card. So this is also super cute to give for a teacher for the end of year teacher gifts. And let me show you how easy this is to make. We're going to make two of these together, so that way, if in case you want to see how to do it again or just another version of the same idea, we're going to be making this little guy right here. Really adorable. Sorry, there goes the dog. Okay, so first thing we're going to start off with, and I will be putting all of the information about, I'm just going to put this right up here so you guys can see where I'm getting all the measurements. I will be putting all the measurements right now. They're on my little sticky note right here. Ta-da! And I will transfer this over as soon as we're done with the video. So this piece right here is actually the accordion part of the card. And I did not make this up. This is not a new card that I invented. These accordion cards have been out for a long time. And you could totally switch it so that your accordion could open this way if you wanted it to. I mean, there's no right or wrong to any of these particular cards. I'm going to keep it vertical because my little guys that I'm die cutting out just fit better on these panels and going vertically. But there's nothing wrong with doing a horizontal opening card. So it would open like this, right? Totally fine. All right, so you have your base piece, which I'm going to open up and show you where this is coming from. It's this light blue piece that's in here. So this is 11 by 4 1/4. And we're going to score this. So what I'm going to pull out is I use my paper trimmer for all of this. And the scoring is pretty straightforward. Now I use this little bone builder here from Maker Forte, and most of the links are down in the information section. I will put more specific links to these products we're using from Dare to Be Artsy up in a little bit. And after we're done with the video, I have just a basic link to go check out their store. So the first score is going to be 2 3/4. So you're going to take your score and then you just score right along here. Oop, right there. The second score, move along. We're going to score at 5 1/2. And then you have your option, and I'm going to show you how I would do it. I pull out my little extendable arm here. Hello, everybody who's on here. We got June and Ann and B&D Crafts and Danielle. Hello. And the next score is going to be 8 1/4. So I'm just going to move along down the line and score at, 8 1/4. Make sure I actually score right on there. There we go. And I love this little Maker Forte one. It goes great with my paper trimmer that I use as my scoring tool. Now, if you have a very short scoring blade, then you can do it two ways. So you can do the first score, which is at 2 3/4, then 5 1/2. And if you want to flip this over, the next score would be 2 3/4. That's that last one, in case you don't have a paper trimmer that's big enough. So either one works. I will put the dimensions for you just to go straight across. And then just so to make it easier for you guys to see, we're going to go ahead and just do a light little kind of fold on all of those, just so you guys can see where I'm at. And you can pick any color. You could do this in white. You know, this is a great way to use up some of that the 12 by 12 paper, because you do need this to be 11 inches long, okay? Now, in order to put in, just to show you here, in order to put in your thing here. Now for this one, I went a complete diagonal. So picture this as your little accordion here. You're going to slice off a portion of one end. Now, if I turned it this way, it wouldn't matter. Slice off a portion of that end. If I turn it this way, it doesn't matter. Pick whatever the last panel is, and that's going to be the part that you're going to do diagonal on that. For this one, I'm going to go from the fold, from this crease right here that I created, and I don't want to go all the way. The first one I did, I went all the way down the diagonal. I don't want to do that. This time, I'm going to go a little short to give myself a little bit more of a, what I would call foot on this. So I'm going to go like that. So it doesn't matter how big of a diagonal you make on this. It works no matter what. Okay, put that away for now. And I'm gonna put that up here so I don't lose it. Sorry about the audio. My mic has gone kind of weird. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay and I'm not too tinny sounding. The mic is from far away. For some reason my system doesn't want to work today. So I'm really, really sorry about that. That's not intentional in any way, shape, or form. So I got to figure out what my snafu is and figure out how to solve that problem. So now that we have this piece, it's starting to time to put it all together. So just to see what the inside looks like again. So see how we have it right here. Okay, so that's that piece right there. And when you're at this point, score all the angles. You really want this to lay nice and flat. Okay, so really get in here and do a really good job with back and forth on it. So when your card comes together, you want it to be laying pretty darn flat. You don't want it to be too, I mean, it's going to be a little bit thicker, but you don't want it to be horribly thick here. All right, so the more you score these pieces here, and the more you really get in here and give it a really good fold, go both directions, the better the accordion part is going to be. So really get in there and fold. Okay, and then the last one I haven't done yet is this guy. There we go. And the other side of it is there's nothing to say that we just created the pocket in the back. There's nothing to say you can't create the pocket in the front. There's nothing to say that you can't create the pocket. So you could do a cut going this way. You could have a pocket on both ends. So you can play around with where you want to be a pocket. Oh, we're going to do a second card. So don't worry, Karen. We'll be there. So you can do no pocket. You can totally leave the pocket out and it just becomes an accordion card. Totally easy. Okay, I said totally a lot right there, didn't I? I was like, totally, totally, totally. So now we need to have the bases of our cards. So I decided to have fun and do a whole other bright color. I pulled colors that were in the paper pack. So when you're looking at the paper pack, and this is from this social, ice cream social from Dare to Be Artsy, there was all these really pretty colors. So I picked the dark color that's in there, closest to that lighter tone, that really pretty lime green. And so I just played around with some of my solid color paper stock, and those are the colors that I was using to go inside this card. So we have our back pieces here. So that's what's going to go right here. I'm just kind of showing you how I build it along. So there it is. And then I have chosen to do a pattern paper. This is one of the other beautiful pattern papers, and on the back side is this. I think I'm going to use these little sprinkle dots. So let's go ahead and put these down on the back. So I'm going to put my adhesive right here. So I'm building from the inside out. And so here goes this piece, and then this one goes on this side. And I love mats, so you could totally skip this step. You could just put these pieces straight onto that paper there, or you can add mats. I also wanted to add a white mat as well. So I pre-cut some papers here that fit nicely, which gives it kind of a nice little border for our little card to fit in here. You could skip this step as well and stick this straight to here. I mean, you can really play around with it. It's as much paper or as little paper as you want to add to your project as you wish. But I'm going to go ahead and do this and add my mat. I think it just adds a little something. Kind of breaks it because this is such a dark color. Kind of want to break it. Now this part is pretty important. You want to lay this as close to dead center as possible. I'm going to eyeball it, but we're going to might tweak it a little bit. Aren't the colors so pretty? I always, whenever I'm picking my solid cardstocks, is that I will go through and pull colors that I love. The peach would look really sweet in this as well. I mean, they're really, really beautiful colors that are in this paper pack already. So I'm like, why mess with what looks good? So there is the base of our card. Now we got to put the accordion part on here, right? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to find the center of this. I lift this up. Now keep in mind, if you want to have this to be, hi Tammy, hi Ann, everybody's gone. You want to be able to have this fit a gift card that fits inside. You cannot put any adhesive along this space right here. So you want to put adhesive here, here, and here. So we're going to flip this over, and I'm going to put adhesive along here, and along here, right there. So you guys see that? So I went here, here, and here. And so when you flip it over this way, you can really see that it's like not going to get in the way, right? So I'm going to take this, I'm going to center this as best as possible, and I will have all these dimensions written on there. So these are what I would call the inside mats. So the inside card mats, not the accordion mats. Those are going to be different, right? And then you're gonna make sure this all fits good, and look at that, fits right in there just nicely. Ta-da! So it's perfect for that little card. You don't want to go too small on this piece. So the dimensions that you have for this is perfect for a gift card. But you know what? Cash, a 20 that you would put in there is really, really easy to do that. I'm going to pop this guy back in here. Now here, I remember I didn't cut all the way down to the diagonal, but that one I did. It works no matter what. It doesn't matter. Now we're going to fold this, and we're going to stick this to finish the card. And that gives you the full length of the card. So I'm going to put my adhesive here. There we go. And then stick this down right here. Make sure it's nice and centered. You might have to do a little tweaking, and then you put this together. And if you notice, my card is not perfectly lined up. You guys see that? It's a little bit off. So that means I'm going to leave the back side because I'm not going to mess with the back, but I'm going to tweak the front a little bit. So I'm going to pull this entire mat off, which you could do this either way. I'm just kind of lining it up. Put that there. And then I've got the adhesive. So this is another way is that you could build this whole card, have this off to the side, put that mat there, and then bring this to here and stick it down. And that way your card lines up exactly in par, and then open it up, and it still looks like it's dead center. I was just a titch off. Sometimes you might be dead on, and sometimes you might just be a little bit off. It just depends on how good of a centerer you are and how close you can make it right to the center. But that looks pretty good. All right, now it's time to build. So in the card, we're going to go from the inside out first. I have mats. And for this one, I left plain. And the reason why I did that is that usually you want to be able to write something to somebody, especially if this is a gift to somebody. So I decided to put some mats in here to give it some color. And this is the one that you're going to write your thank you so much for whatever, your personal note. So let's go ahead and put all these pieces in here. And you could change this up. These don't have to be white. You can make them whatever color you want. I think white's easy to write on because then whatever pen color you have will work. If you do a color in here, which you could still leave it plain. I mean, that looks really nice too. You could totally write on that. It works. Not the best centerer. I have my moments. I think if it looks pretty good to the eye, I'm sold and I'm good. I'm going to leave the last one blank. I'm not going to worry about that because we're going to put a little doodad right here. And then what I have is I have some pieces that I'm going to cut out here. And I actually want to do one more. So this is a stamp set, which we're just going to use the sentiments. But one thing I love about Dare to Be Art, so let me move this stuff out of the way, is that they have these stamp and die sets that go together with their pattern paper. So let me find the paper. These are really, really gorgeous papers that they have with this set. So this one is the turtles. I love it. And so here on the turtle, you get, and you can see the stamps line up to be the same. Let me move this over so you guys can see. No, it worked better on the white. Let's give it that background here. So this is called Turtly Awesome. And you can see the turtle with the ice cream cone is right here. Okay, then we have the turtle with all the giant ice creams on its back. Look how cute. But you can also stamp it and color it in. So you don't have to get the papers. But let me tell you, it makes life so easy to make really, really cute embellishments on your cards if you have the papers. But once your papers are done, you can still completely use this set. So I love it. And then we have the ice cream. So here you see the ice cream. So that's the only one I haven't done yet. And I'm going to show you how I put these on here and kind of how I decide. So let me pull the piece that I've already got bits. So here we go. So here's one. So we're going to grab the little ice cream truck. Move this guy off to the side here because it kind of fits within the motif at all. So right here is one that's almost kind of off the track. So I'm going to place this on here on the paper itself, and then washi tape. I know my desk is a little bit crowded right now. Sorry about that. And then stick it on here the best that I can. And then you're going to come in with a pair of scissors and just do your best because I don't want to lose all these really cute guys. They're really adorable. Oops. And cut them out. Now, I've only done the really big guys here, and I don't want to cut my little turtle tail off over here. So I'm going to do a really good job of sticking close. But if you guys can also tell, there we go. You can also tell there's some ice cream cones, there's some splats. And if you're not sure what this die set goes with the paper, it tells you. So not only does it go with this one that has all the beautiful turtles and stuff, it also goes with the set. Can you find it? That is all the ice cream cones. So you've got all these beautiful ice cream cones, and then it shows you all the dies that fit. So we've got the 3 little ice cream cones or lollies or whatever you want to call them. They're super, super cute. So you could cut those out as well. And then you also have some of these splats that are in here. So you can die cut those out as well. But again, you also have them as stamps. So you have all the ice cream pieces and you have the stamps and everything is there and it's super adorable. So it works no matter what. And of course you have the sentiments. So now we need to die cut these out. Move all this over. So what I've done is I've done the 3 turtles, or the 2 turtles and the ice cream cone. And let's move that off to the side. Get our little die cut out. Get my pigs. And we're going to run these all through. I love this die cut because I can run, look, I can put all this on here and it all fits. And then we'll just run our last one together. It's a super cute set. So I stand up all times. I'm actually at a standing desk. I used to sit down to create and I would stand up so many different times to, get things done. Here, I'm going to stick it back on here. The adhesive is on here, so I'm just going to use this and pop these guys back on so I don't lose them. Because I don't want to lose my dies. I don't know about you guys, but that bugs the bejesus out of me if I lose them. I don't know if I have them in the right spots, but they're going to work. So I switched to a standing desk a while ago because I just loved the ability of not standing, stopping, standing, stopping. Plus, I feel like I just sit way too much. So I stand. All right. There we go. I love those little guys. They're so adorable. Okay, let me not lose this one either. Washi tape is my friend, I swear. I think I use it more as a tool than I do as a decorative piece, but I go back and forth. All right, so again, here's our main one. See, look, now it looks like I have little die cut pieces. So stinking easy, and I love it. Like, I could completely cut and color them, but I've chosen not to this time. So now I have all my little guys, right? Now this piece right here, I actually got from the paper pack, and we're gonna hijack another sheet of it, part of it as well. So you get these little cut apart pieces. And so that's where this guy came from. We're going to use this one on a different card we're going to do in a minute. And we're actually going to be using this piece as the front of our card. It's already super cute. It fits. It all works. Or you can do like I did and actually build a little scene on the front. So there's so many ways that you can do the front. But let's finish the inside first. So we're going to do, oh, I need one more panel. I just realized I need to cut one more little panel. And I think, yep, I think this is going to be big enough. Sorry, I thought I had all my bits. Sorry about that, guys. So I wanted to create a little border. So that's 3 by 2. There we go. 3. Oops, I go this way with it. I don't want the wave. This is where I got my little wave for the front. Sorry, I thought I counted everything I needed before we got started. I was off by 1 bit. So this time I'm going to leave this one blank, and I'm going to stick this guy here and this one there. And we're going to put our little ice cream truck on here. And you can jazzies up however you want. Nothing wrong. Ooh, that green on green doesn't look good. Maybe we'll put the turtle over here, and we'll put Big Turtle. He doesn't fit very well either. Maybe I need a different color. Well, let's do the light blue. See, I have all these little bits. I don't throw these little bits away. So I'm just going to change this. Like I said, I thought I had everything ready. But sometimes, even though you're putting a card together, you kind of look at it and go, ooh, that's not the best fit. I don't like that. And I know that's a 2 by 3, so that's a really easy cut. And this little turtle fits fine if I did that, but it looks too, oops, sorry, you guys can't see this. It looks too empty. It looks like it's just a little too plain. I like the look of the mat in there. So let's put our little turtle. See, that looks better. So on the green, just to show you guys, it hides. It doesn't pop enough for me. And since I have 3 colors of cardstock that I'm playing around with, I'm messing around. Like, it doesn't matter which way I go. All right, I like my little turtle over here. So we're going to get out our, I'm going to do, you know what? I could totally use my sticker maker if I wanted to, but these guys are actually pretty big. I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm adding adhesive, let me move this up a little bit, to my turtle, get his head. But because I want my little turtle to go right here where my gift card is, I don't want it to impede the ability. So I don't want to put any adhesive right there. So I just did the bottom part. That's where he's going to hang out. And then we'll put this down. And this goes in the center. And I made these so you really had a nice big white border. I liked the white. It kind of gave a nice almost like a breather room in the center there. And there's a ton of really, really cute stamp sets that are in here. So if I wanted to put in just chillin', have a sweet day, I could do that just in the center and not put all the other stuff. Or I could have done like an ice cream cone in the center. I mean, there's so many fun things. Lots of really good sentiments inside here. I'm aiming these to be more for the kids to give to their teachers as teacher gift cards. And so I'm like, I'm going to make a little cute card, but also give it to have, you know, for the teachers. And so, but I want it to be a cute card, and then we can put a gift card in there, and it's a win-win for everybody. So they're fun. They're just cute. So here's the inside of the card where we can write, the kids can write their name. The gift card fits right inside here. Ta-da, see? Easy peasy. Now we're going to build on the front. So for this one, I built a scene, okay? I know they look kind of like wobbly. The more you kind of push down on them, the better they're going to get, right? So the next one we're going to do is we're going to put our background mat, and then we're going to put this piece on here. So there's all these beautiful die cuts that come in the paper pack. So I'm deciding to put one of those on the front because I just think it looks really pretty. So again, I'm going to play around with the different colors of paper and just do different mats. For that card, I did the white mat as you're seeing, and then I did a pattern paper, then solid, then white, built a little place with a little turtle, look like it's walking along, and then did that. We're going to do a version of that here in a minute because we're going to build a second card just to show you some variety. Same design, just changing it up a tiny bit. So now we have that, and then we're going to put this on the front. So it's a great way to use all of those cut apart pieces, die cut pieces. And this is a great front. And it's like, oh, it looks so cute. And then you open it up and like, oh my God, look at all the fun things inside. It really does kind of like amp up your card a little bit, especially when you got cute papers and cute little embellishments. It is so, so sweet. All right, so let's build another one. So for this one, again, we're going to do the accordion part on the inside. So this time my accordion is the lime green. So in case you missed how to do this earlier, get my little bone folder out, and I am going to have this out because I can't remember it off the top of my head. And I will put the measurements. This is just my little chicken scratch here. I'll put the measurements when we're done. So the first one is at 2 3/4. There we go. The next one is at 5 1/2. 5 1/2. And then I open this up. And then we go to 8 1/4. I am seeing a whole bunch of comments on here, and I am so sorry. I heard somebody, I just briefly looked and saw that something about somebody was tested positive, and I am so, so sorry. Huge, huge hugs to you guys. I hope everybody is feeling okay and that you're staying safe. And there's nothing wrong with being in quarantine and, you know, watching some videos. So I hope you're feeling okay and that everybody in your family is doing okay. I do not wish that upon anybody. I finally got my second shot, so now I'm just going through and scoring. I got my second shot, and it took me a week to get over that. But I am so, so sorry about this. So yeah, graduation cards, really any kind of card. This is so cute for gift card holders. So I'm just going through, oops, I should be using this, and scoring all my scores. There we go. This one, I am going to do I'm going to do the gift card holder for all 3 of them, but I'm going to show you real fast what it would look like if you didn't, but then I'm going to come back and cut it, or just using my scissors, not actually using my paper trimmer. Okay, gotta get all my bits out. Got all my little bits and my pieces here. So gotta have your front and your back. So that's this piece right here. So now we're gonna do our front and our back, which I've done in the lighter color. And I love when I can pick a set of colors that look good no matter what combination I do them in. And I think that's just a huge, I love that. It's like, it's a big win. And then I love this pattern paper, but you could also do one that looks like that. So that would look really cute too. I'm gonna do, these are all vertical cards that we're gonna do today. I'm not doing any horizontal cards, but you could do horizontal. So just, if you wanted to build your card to go horizontal, it would go this way, right? And then you would just make sure all your little bits, but because my elements, and I said this earlier, because all my elements were more vertical sized, I decided to keep it a vertical size card, but it would work horizontally. And I actually debated it for this one because it looked really cute as the banners, but I opted against. So let's build these parts. So we're gonna put this down here. There we go. And that goes down. That's pretty close to center. It's a little bit off. It's not perfect. I need to fix that because this card does, you don't need to be perfect, but you definitely, if you can see it and you're like, yeah, that's not centered. And I can tell this is much, like this is narrower than this and that's wider than that. But I just really quickly pop this off and then just redo that. And what I do to center, and yeah, standing up and looking at it as head on as possible, just look at your two angles here. And if those look pretty even going across, and then I look down here to make sure, just eyeball it. And that's how I make sure that I look pretty centered. My reminder bell isn't working to let me get on time. All good, it's all good. I'm here. You can always watch on the replay. It's all good. Thank you though, Barbara. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you want to catch all my lives, make sure you put the little reminder bell. I usually set them up like a day or two ahead of time. Sometimes I'm not super fast. So I can switch it. Sometimes I'm not super fast and I like, oh crap, I forgot to put the reminder up. But if you catch it on my Facebook or YouTube, you can see that I have like a click to go later. So for Friday, I've got one of the other videos with Make It by Marco, and that's already there. So you can click the remind me or, you know, set reminder or something if you're watching either on YouTube or Facebook. It's in both places, just in case you're wanting to do that. Okay, so now we are going to start building. So if you wanted to put your card on here just like this, and then it looks just like that, whoops. So you would stick these down in the center. You could totally leave your accordion card to look like that. You just wouldn't have the ability to put in your gift card holder. So I'm gonna do that real fast. And this is a way to do it with your scissors. So just come in, get the biggest cut as you can, and just go across, just like that. See, you don't even have to have a special anything. You can just use your scissors to cut that because it's not that wide. Okay, now I do like to have the mat. So I already have the mats cut with all my pieces here. So we're going to put the mats, and we're going to center this in here first. So add your adhesive. Put this as close to the center as you possibly can. And if you wanted to make this colored instead of white, you totally could. And then keep in mind, if you want to put the gift card in here, or the money card, or whatever it is, you do not want to put any adhesive along that diagonal. Only here, here, or here. So you run this along the edge. No, just remember, no diagonal, and as close to that edge as you possibly can. So edge, 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 flip over. And I love my Xyron adhesive because it's super strong and it fits great. And then just rub that along. You really want to make sure it has a nice good stick. There you go, just like that. And then for this one, we're going to go the other way. Remember I was telling you guys, so you take this piece right here, and we're going to lay this and center it this way. So this is kind of going backwards from the first way I showed you, just like that. So if that's centered, so we have that. Now lift this whole thing up, add adhesive to here. There we go. And then you take your top card, this is the top part, and you lay this down right here. And you just make sure that all the bits, like it only looks like you have one card as it's laying like this. And then push that down and then open up, and you should have a pretty centered inside piece. Ta-da! And there's your accordion part. So that's like the base of the card. You don't have to do all the mats, but that's like the basic premise to how to build this card. All right, so let's go from the inside out again. I've got all my little inside pieces. So we're going to put the inside pieces here. Again, I do it in white because that way you can write on it. It gives a nice little clean mat for whatever you're going to put on there. Here we go. And just for grins and giggles, I left one of these blank, one of that blank. We'll leave that one blank this time. There's no right or wrong to this. And I didn't invent this card. I don't claim to even come close. This kind of card has been around along with all the other fun folds. There's only been a couple that I've been like, I was the one who totally came up with this and I hadn't seen it anywhere else. This is not one that I did. But I'm happy to, I think it's the biggest compliment. And I've seen this from quite a few different people. So I can't specifically say I saw it from one person over another. I've seen gift card holders, I've seen accordions, but this concept has been around for a long time. So again, one of those little pieces, I love that. It's just the Just Chill. And this time, the die cut pieces we're going to cut out are coming from this super cutie set. So this is the Ice Cream Social. We're going to do these little raccoons. They're so adorable. And these ones are coming from the Raccoon Party die. So you can see it has all these little pieces. It also has one for the ice cream truck, which I got to find the truck. Here we go. So here is the ice cream truck right there. Sorry, all my papers are falling on the floor. And the die cut pieces, remember, one came from there. So just to show you where they came from. So here's the little raccoons. I've got 3 little raccoons down here at the bottom that we are going to die cut out. And then again, just like before, there is the super cute stamp set. So here's the 3 raccoons again. They're super adorable. Again, it's called Raccoon Party, all from Dare to Be Artsy. They are super, super cute. And they have some great sentiments on them, which we're going to be using here shortly. So we're going to go ahead and die cut these little guys out. So now that I've got them lined up, I'm going to do my best to get in here and not to cut into any other little raccoonies, because I might want to use them for whatever, or just, you know, cut out the papers. So I might end up cutting through some of my washi tape, but I'm not messing up my raccoons. So there they are. And then I'll just save this piece for another time. And the back side is really pretty too. They're really super cute. There we go. And then I'm just going to go in and do my best to slim cut. Not much I can do about these little raccoony guys that are down here at the bottom. And then we're going to die cut them out. And I think if I do a little trimmy trim, I can get some all fitting. So I can cut this here. We can do one pass. This should be great. Let me clean up a little bit. So that's how I cut these out of the paper, to make sure I don't mess up and cut too narrow and end up cutting a foot off, or the die doesn't fit quite right or whatever. So lots of options on there. And there we go. Make sure they're not sliding around on here. Sandwich it really good. There we go. I'll run this guy through. And then we'll pop our little guys out. Look how adorable. This one got a little ice cream on there. Adorbs. And I'm just putting my other, this is my other quick way, and I'm sure you guys have seen this, where I'll just take the magnets. I'm not even going to bother pulling them off right now, but just to make sure I don't lose them, I stick them on a magnetic mat. So lots of ways. And just to show you again, also, clear up some of our stuff. On the back side, it does tell you what papers. So not only do you get to do the ice cream truck, but also the little raccoons, but you get to do the ice creams again, because they have little ice creams on there. So that's really adorable too. And then again, all of the dies that go with them. So super cute. All right, so now we've got our little guys. We're going to line one of them up here, leave one blank. We're going to put one here. So I do have a mat. I did have a mat. Okay, well, we're going to hijack the mat that I made earlier, because I can't find the one that I actually cut through over here. So, hey, win. And let's go ahead and build it. This is the one we're going to leave open to put our writing on, whatever writing you want to do. I'm trying to decide. I think I might want to put the big ice cream guy on the front. So let's do little ice cream guys on the back. There we go. And because they're big enough to actually get in there with my tape runner, I'm just going to go ahead and use my tape runner. Use one of the die cuts that we have here. I based all of the sizes that I did for these, the 2x3, from the size of this die cut. I just thought it was perfect. So that goes there. I was like, that's so super cute. I didn't even have to make it. So it's adorable. Hey, Cindy. Now this little guy is going to go here in the corner. I like leaving this open. So if you wanted to write something here, you can totally leave that too. So if you noticed at all the other cards, what I did is I did leave that space open, so it gives you room to write some more. And then over here too. So see that? And I didn't check this. Does this fit? There we go. See, yep. A little bit snug, but it's not bad. And if it sticks up a little bit, it's no big deal. Just makes it more obvious. Any gift card, but you know, most people I know, I'm the weird one. I will have to say, this is actually a real, true, it has money on it gift card, and I've gotten them from various people. I don't drink coffee, so I end up hoarding these things. And when I taught, I used to teach high school, I would get so many coffee Starbucks cards, and I still don't use them that often. I don't go to Starbucks, but most teachers I know absolutely love them. There's a little funky thing on there. So there it is. Inside is done. Let's build the front panel. All right, so we got our front cover right here. I pulled some beautiful papers. This pattern paper that's what the ice cream trucks are from, which you did get the ice cream truck as one of the dies. So just to show you guys, this is from the Raccoon Party. So yeah, it cuts out, look at all the really cute ice cream trucks. So pretend that this wasn't, you know, if there's It's not every ice cream truck, but it's quite a few of them. So look how adorable that would be if you cut that out. Don't drink coffee, but they do make really good teas, and every now and then I'll swing by, but it's not in my path to do it, and I don't know, it's not my thing. I have them. Now, on occasion, prior to COVID, whenever I went on business trips and stuff, or I was going to conventions, or I was out of town, inevitably there would be a morning that I need breakfast, and so I would grab, I'm a hot tea drinker. I like hot tea. So I get a hot tea or maybe something to eat from the Starbucks because they have food too. So that was where I would use it for the most part. All right, so I'm just building my front. I love these colors. This is like my favorite combination of colors here. Beautiful. Add all my tape. And if you are concerned about wanting the measurements, don't worry. I will have all the measurements, which I have on my sticky note, transferred over after we are done. And then we're going to put this one here, just like that. And I did pull out, because I was debating, do I want to have him sitting like on a little, so we'll do that. I did that with the turtle. I gave him a little piece of grass. So I'm kind of mimicking the same comment. My husband likes the chai tea. He thinks that stuff is great. So I just took a little piece that was the same width. And then I'm going to put, and just do a little curvy line on it. It's the easiest way to make grass or a hill or whatever you want. You could do the fringy stuff or whatever, but I think that's easy. And then I usually tuck like a little foot just kind of in there, just like that. Nothing hard. You could have it resting. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on his little ice cream cone here. I love these guys. They're so cute. They're adorable. And then just lay that there. I also debated, do I want to do my stitching? And I was like, no, there's already a lot going on. You could. There's already a lot going on. Good morning, Elaine, South Australia in the house. Woo-hoo. All right. And then we're going to lay this here. Look, that grass just gives it a little pop of color on the front too. I think just add something. The panel was too big just to have a little critter on the front all by itself. And I love the You're Totally Awesome. So this one I didn't have a sentiment yet. So we have ice cream, and on the inside there's really not much. But there's so many amazing sentiments. And I have always these little strips of paper left over from when I'm cutting all the elements up. There's always bits here. I'm a layer girl, I will have to say. So because I want to give these to teachers, now there's completely birthday on here, right? There's happy birthday, calories don't start on your birthday. You stole my heart, so the ice cream. Anything is popsicle. I think tomorrow we can eat broccoli, but today we eat ice cream. I think I'm going to use that one. So we're going to use that one for here, and I'm going to do the same banner. So I'm going to guide you through how I make that kind of a banner. So when I have extra bits here, this one I'm not going to put a sentiment on the front because I just don't feel like it needs it. But we'll put one on the inside, I think. All right, so what I do is I take my piece that I want. I make sure that this is wide enough, and this is actually perfect. Stick it on my stamp block. You could use whatever stuff you want. I am going to use my ink. This is my, I actually really like this close to my heart ink because of the magnetic. I am so bad about leaving the tops off of them and losing them. And, oh, it's a mess. So it may not say thanks so much and all that kind of stuff on the card. I just love that it's like a bright and cheery and happy sentiment. And then from there, we're going to cut this off right here. There we go. We're going to do a tiny bit of a fishtail, so just a little bit. Because on the inside, I can totally write, thanks so much for a great year. You know, thanks for all the heartache, especially this year, completely. All my kids have been virtual all year, still are. And so the amount of work that the teachers have had to do over the course of the year is just insane. So then I just find another piece, because we've got all these kind of fun colors. I'm going to use this one. This one I had, I just mix and match. I'll find a solid piece and stick this under. Aren't our papers with multiple repeat images the best? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I totally agree. So now I'm going to take this. So I'll just mix and match the paper tones that I have on here. This little piece right here. Stick this down. I go a little bit bigger. It actually was the perfect fit for this. I didn't plan that. That was just a scrap having to sit on my side. I could have picked this one and it would have been too small. So go with what you got. And then from here, I'm going to do another fishtail. I'm just going to eyeball it. There we go. So it's a little bit bigger. So it's kind of like a layered fishtail. I feel like just that little bit of extra something jazzes it up and makes it just that much more fun. And because there's so much dimension to these cards already, I am not going to add any like pop dots or anything to this. Now, if I go too shallow here, actually, I think that would work. I'm weird like this. If I have layers, I want to see all my layers. If I stuck this here, I feel like I'm cutting off the top of my layer, and it almost looks like you can't see, like you're cutting off somebody's head. So if you notice, I just show a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of that white at the top, and to me, it kind of finishes it. And I can get away with this guy because I'm not cutting off there, and you can just see a little bit of that top whiteness, but you know, that's just me. If that doesn't bother you, totally stick it up there and have it look like that. But to me, it looks like it's, I don't know, like it looks like a jar now. And I don't want it to look like a jar. I want it to look like a banner. So that's where I go with that. I like to see the layers. I like to see just all, like the corners. As long as I see a smidgen of the layer, I'm good to go. I don't place things right on top, just like that. And there they are. Oh, I need a sentiment for this one. So here's the first two. So you're totally awesome. I think that's totally cute for giving it to a teacher. And on the inside, it says yum, ice cream, just super cute on the inside, right? This one, tomorrow we can eat broccoli, but today we eat ice cream. So it kind of lends the idea of like, hey, have a treat, have something fun. So you open it up and then you see the gift card. You could write something fun here, write something fun here, and there's little elements for them to see the whole way through. And there is nothing to say that this can also be something you write on, or that you could be putting fun things on here too. Oh, thanks, Cindy. I like the layers too. And then here, I didn't do any kind of sentiment on the front because I really let the die cut piece shine. There's so many beautiful die cut pieces that are with this paper. So you had me at ice cream. There's this one. These two little guys fit perfectly. If you did a horizontal card, this one would fit really nicely in there. The vertical card, this one would work too because it already has the mat. Just cut it down to fit whatever size you want. You could even build this card as a square card. It does not have to be a rectangular. So you could build this as a square, and then the dimensions are, the only thing you would change is how high this is. So you would still be able to go vertical, just cut it down to be shorter. So this would just be a square set of squares instead of rectangles. It would completely work that way as well. So if you did this and it matched this square, so you build like a 4x4, it would work too. So great use for all of these beautiful papers right here. This is just a little bit of an odd size to fit into this particular kind of card, but it's great for all the other projects that you guys do. So just as a heads up here. So now we're going to open up that. And there was another sentiment on the Totally Awesome, and it says, have a sweet day. So I think I'm going to just go in and do a really, really small stamp, and I'm going to put it right here. I think the black will still show quite well over there. And that way the teachers know, like, have a sweet day. There's nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to come in, and we're going to go right here. Here, see? Ta-da! So there's another space. So if you have a little element here and you want to put something there, you can totally do one of the small stamps that fit in here. There's also a just chillin'. I mean, there's so many different cute stamps that you can add to this. And before I lose my stamp, I'm going to stick it back on I'm sticking it back on here so I don't lose it. Now I'm going to put this back on here, otherwise I'm going to lose that. And so those are all the really cute cards. I think they're so adorable. So if you were a teacher, would you think that would be something fun to get? You know, not only are you getting a really sweet card with the cute elements on there, but then also, this is the one that had it, you get a gift card in it. So it's a really fancy gift card holder card. So just to refresh our memory again, just in case anybody just popped on. Look how cute. Accordion cards, the little hidden secret pocket for a gift card holder. I did not invent this. This has been around for a while, but I think it lended perfectly for these particular products from Dare to Be Artsy because they were so cute. The sentiments worked, the gift card holder, and it's so easy when you have the stamps and the dies that go with the paper. It just is the perfect match made in heaven. So the links are down below. I'm going to go through. Where did I put it? Okay, now I'm paranoid. Oh, there it is. I found it. I've got the measurements right here. I'm going to pop the measurements as soon as we are done. And thank you guys so much for joining me. If you're watching me from Erin Reed Makes, then you're watching either from YouTube or Facebook. But if you're watching me from Dare to Be Artsy, I would love for you to follow. And for you guys to also, if you're watching from my channels, you can go follow Dare to Be Artsy. All the links to all the different from Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and also our websites are on there. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please don't forget to like and follow all the different Dare to Be Artsy and also to me. And I will see you guys again Friday with Make It by Marco, where we have a new Erin Makes with Make It by Marco, which is going to be huge tips for like crafty solutions. So yes, please thumbs up, please thumbs up. I'm just looking to see if you guys have any comments or if you have any questions. We're in our Q&A time now. So if you have any questions or comments or any concerns, I'd be happy to answer them. Anybody would be really happy to have these cards. I truly, yeah, like this, if you changed up the theme of them, this would be great for birthday. These cards would be great for like a graduation. These cards would be great. Baby shower. Oh, you could totally put a gift card in there for like a baby shower. You know, it's kind of like a little package combined with the gift card. I mean, it's perfect. So I keep looking because there's a whole bunch of kids out here on their bikes. They're like, vroom, vroom. It's like the bike squad out front of my house. It's the little girls. My daughter's out there on her bike. And then the little girl that lives 2 doors down. And then the little girl that was like just like across the street. And they're all like on the bike patrol. It's pretty funny. I feel like we live kind of like in like, if you guys you've seen E.T. and how all the families, like everybody's out walking around and having a good time. Like the neighbors all know each other. That's kind of the neighborhood I live in. So the kids are always out playing, which I think is fabulous. So even though we're all cloistered, we live in a cul-de-sac. It's pretty darn safe. So is there any questions? Anybody have anything? I totally forgot to put on any like this is no makeup day. I didn't put lipstick on. I didn't put anything on. It was like hair goes up in a bun. It's been that kind of a day. I've been trying to get everything ready for stuff this weekend. Oh, forgot one more thing. This Friday night at 6 p.m. Central, there is a new Crafter's View, and this one is all about scrapbooking. So I know some of you guys may have scrapbooked in the past. You may still currently scrapbook. You might be like, I haven't scrapped in a long time. So we're going to have a panel that's going to talk about kind of where do we think scrapbook is headed? Like, is this still a thing? Do people still do it? Is this still like part of the industry? So for years it was huge, and that's what the panelists are going to be all about, which kind of also ties into memory keeping. So if there's no questions, thank you guys so much for being here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thumbs up. And if you are so inclined and you're watching me on YouTube, I do have a join button, which just means that you're part of the membership. And it's just a little bit of extra moolah coming my way just to help fund all the creative endeavors that I do. So it basically helps me cover the costs that I use for all of the different things that I do to help bring you guys the video. So if that is something that is up your alley and you're interested in doing, I would love to have you. There'll be more tiers coming that actually have fun things that come your way and extra perks. But the first tier is just a, hey, thanks, Erin, and that's all. So yay. So have an amazing day. Hopefully we'll see you either Friday at noon for Erin Makes With or Friday at 6 p.m. for the next episode of the Crafter's View. Bye, everybody. I gotta find where the end is. There it is. Bye, everybody.